Yes. So in Power Automate, Power App has only one thing online, but Power Automate have both. We have Automate online as well as offline also. So offline version is also available. That is desktop version is available. Even online version, both are available in Power Automate. But unfortunately, I have seen in Daimler, you are using only the online version. The desktop version is not available. Even we have installed the desktop version and checked it's not activated. So you have to use only the online version of Power Automate. You cannot use the offline version. You cannot use the desktop version of Power Automate. There is a desktop version. Even you can download and try. We tried it in 2 or 3 people. It's not working as per your Daimler thing. So you have to buy for it. So we have to start with the online version. Unfortunately, as I indicated, offline version is not working here. So let me start with the online version itself. So we are not going to use the offline. We are going to use the online version today. Okay. So let me start with the simple basics of Power Automate. Gradually, we'll go to the next level. As we did yesterday, same thing. I'm going to open the same Edge browser. I will start with the Edge browser here. As we did this Power App, what we did it in Power App is make.powerapp.com. Same thing we are going to do here. It's not make.powerapp.com. It's the make.powerautomate.com. So powerautomate.com. It could be make.powerautomate.com. And today we'll try with some SharePoint also. Yesterday we tried with Excel, OneDrive. Today we will try with some SharePoint files also. SharePoint file, online files, some other files also we'll try. So let me open that www.make.powerautomate.com. Yes. So I'm opening this make.powerautomate.com. Yes, it's opening here. I have already created some flows. You can see under this, like yesterday, there is home, there is create, there is template, there is learn, and my flow, approval, solution, so many are there. Under this my flow, there are some predefined flow which is I have already created. I will delete this and I will create a new flow. Today we'll start with the new flow. So I hope everyone has landed. Maybe probably on your system you would have not landed in the my flow screen. You would have landed in the home screen here. It would have been landed into the home tab here. This will be your first screen. So if you have already created some flows, what is flows, how to create a flows, we'll see one by one. If you already created a flows, that flows will be under this my flow. Under this there are some flows which will be available, which I have already created. There are some list of more than 30-40 flows are available. I will delete it and I will create it. So we'll be in home flows and we are going to create some flows. Let us start with the simple one. So let us create a simple flow. We call this as a flow. In Power App, we call it as applications. Here we call it as a flow. So I'm going to start a simple flow. So we are going to create a flow now to send a mail. That's all. To send a mail. Just we'll start with a simple thing. You can send a mail through normal Outlook also. But through the flow, gradually you'll go to the next level. Through the flow, I want to send a mail. That's all. Very simple. Through the flow, we are going to send a mail to someone else. Maybe to ourselves, maybe your team people. Through the flow. Let us start with a simple one. Let us start with a very simple one. Gradually, we'll see how to add the parameters. Gradually, we'll see how to put this, how to save this. So we'll see how to make the approvals. There are so many other features available. We'll start everything gradually. So first we'll send a mail. So I want to start a flow just to send a mail. That's all. Okay. So there are 3 types of flows. Actually 5 types, but last 2 types we cannot use it because since it's based on desktop version. First 3 types of flows. When I click on create, so go to the second one, create. There are various types of flows available here. As I told, the first 3 flows are the flow which we are going to use today. This is about more on desktop flows. Time permits, we'll explore it. So actually today we are going to use these 3 flows: automated cloud flow, instant cloud flow, and the scheduled cloud flow. Automated cloud flow. So it will happen automatically whenever you do something. For example, Whenever I receive a mail, I want to do something. Or whenever someone is submitting a form, I want to do something. Or whenever someone is adding a data into a SharePoint. So whenever something is happening, it should automatically trigger and the flow should open automatically. So this is automated cloud flow. Instant cloud flow is the flow which we are going to create and we are going to trigger it and we are going to run it. So we have to run this flow. This is manual flow. Manual flow. So manual flow. The second one is the flow which we are going to create manually. The first one is automated. It will be automatically created. And the third one is the schedule flow. What is that schedule flow? We can schedule it every day morning. Some things to happen. Every day morning I want to send a mail. I want to download a data or I want to do something every day morning. So in that case, we can go for this schedule flow. So 3 types of flows. There are some templates available on the bottom. We'll explore the template in our upcoming session. So let me start with the manual flow now. Hope everyone has landed into the same screen. Yes. Maybe. Yeah, that's it all. You have only 5. Since I have added the desktop, I have both the version, desktop version and the online version also. I may get some extra options. Maybe you are using only the online version. That's the way you have only 3. Even they says there are 3 ways to make a flow only. So these are all something extra. So don't worry. So we are going to use 3 types of flows only: automated, instant, schedule, and flow. I want to send a mail. I want to send a mail. That's all. Could you tell me out of these 3, which flow I can go ahead? Whether I can go ahead with the automated cloud flow or instant cloud flow or scheduled cloud flow. I want to send a mail. Happen whenever something has happened that should trigger. When someone is sending a mail, I want to send a reply. Or whenever someone is publishing something or someone is adding a data, it should trigger automatically. But just I want to send a mail, a button click. So you have to go with instant cloud flow. So let us go on to that. Before that, even I told this yesterday, but no worries. If you are not connected, it will create a connection automatically. If you already created a connection, yesterday I think you would have created some connection with the Power App. When you go to this more button, under more button, when you go to the connection here, there is a 3 dotted. When you go to the 3 dotted, under 3 dotted, there is a connection available. When you click on the connection, there are some connections available here. You should get this connection. If you are not getting the connection, no worries. It will create it automatically. If it is not automatically creating also, we can create it. We'll see about the connection. So go to the 3 dot, more, under more, just click on the connection. Click on the connection. I think better not to use this. Okay, I'm not using the mic. Yesterday, how was my video recording without the mic? Is it okay on the YouTube? I don't know. I didn't see that. I straight away published it. I didn't see the video. Is it fine without the mic? Okay. Right. If you are able to see some of the connection here, well and good. If you are not able to see the connection, no problem. It will create it automatically. It will ask you to create it. So let us go to create. Under create, I click on the create. As you are rightly indicated, we will see about this template. We will explore the template later. Now let me click on the instant cloud flow. I click on the instant cloud flow. That is manual cloud flow. And what is the name of that flow? You can give your own name here. Just give your own name. Just I am giving my name. Maybe my first flow here. So we are creating our own first flow. So just I will create our own first flow. And choose how to trigger this flow. Whether this flow should run automatically or you want to manually run the flow. Yes, of course, we have to manually run the flow now. So we have to manually run the flow because it's not a scheduled flow or it's not an automated flow. It's a manual flow. So you have to select the first one. So I have gone to the create flow and I selected the second one, instant cloud flow, and I given a name. Now after giving a name, I selected this manual trigger a flow and then click on create. So, okay, so I have given a name, then we are given this manual trigger flow, then we are going to click on create. Okay, so let me click on create. So when I click on create, it opens a new window. This is a window where we are going to run all our flows. All our flows will be available here one by one. In order, you will get all the flows available here. On the left hand side, this is a flow indicator. Suppose I don't like this flow, I want this flow to be zoomed out and I want to move the flow. Suppose I can move it like this, I can place it wherever I want it. I can drag and drop, or I can increase or decrease it, decrease or increase that flow screen. These are all only about the screen settings. These are all only about the screen settings. Nothing to do with the flow. These are all about your screen settings. That's all. So there is a manual flow available. After this, what I want to do is, I have created a name called as my first flow. In this first flow, I want to just send a mail. I want to just send a mail. To send a mail, first thing you have to decide is what is the connector you are going to use. So for connecting, I am going to use Outlook, or connecting, we are going to use Office 365. I hope you are all using Office 365 Outlook, correct? There are two Outlooks available. One is Office 365 Outlook, another Outlook is Windows Outlook. Two types of Outlook. So you have to first decide which is a connector you are going to use. Here I am going to use the Outlook as connector or Office 365 as a connector. If you are going to send a Teams message, then the Teams will be your connector. If you are going to use, if you are going to put a file in a SharePoint, the SharePoint will be a connector. So is that we have to manually select the connector. No issues. The connector will be available on the list. How can I see that? Very simple. There is a plus symbol available. Insert a new action here. So we are going to insert a new action. Left click or right click, both will work. Even you can make a right click here and you can go for add action. That's one method. Right click and you can go for add action, or straight away you can click on the plus symbol. So I click on the plus symbol here. When I click on the plus symbol, there are various types of connectors. You can see there are various types of connectors. Have you saved it and closed it, or straight away closed it? If you have straight away closed it, it may not be there. If you have saved it and closed it, it will be under the My Flow list. If you have straight away closed, then you have to restart again. If you have saved it, then it will be available. If you have not saved it, then it may not be. So let me go to that add-on action. What I am going to do is I am going to send a mail. So we are going to send a mail. I hope you are all using 365. So you have to select 365 or just type it. What do you want to do? I want to send a mail. Just type it here on this action. Send a mail. So I want to send them. Or just type the first 2 or 3 letters. All the connectors will open here. You can see there is an option available called as send mail. V2. Okay. You have to go for this. You have to go for this. They have version 2, version 3. Outlook will be version 3. Inbuilt, there is another sending mail, that is version 1. Okay, so we have Office 365 send a mail, but I don't use Office 365 Outlook actually. I am using straight away, there is a Outlook available in Microsoft. Anyway, we are going to do the same process. In this Outlook, I can see there is an option called as send a mail. So in Outlook, under Outlook, there is an option called as send a mail. So you have to select Office 365. Since you are all using Office 365 mails, I don't use Office 365 mails. I am using Outlook mail here. So I have to go for the send a mail. You have to go for this Office 365 send a mail. And assume that this is the one which we are going to use more frequently, then you can make it as a favorite. That part we'll see it in another few minutes. Now let me select this send a email. So I click on the send a email. If it is automatically connected, then it means your mail is automatically connected. If it is not connected, then you have to create or add a connection here. So if it is everything is already available here, that means your mail is automatically connected with your Office 365. If nothing is appearing, you have to change and you have to add a connection. You have to add a connection. You have to add a connection. I hope everyone should get this. Send the mail and parameter, settings, code view, testing, about, everything should be available. Let us do a simple one. Let us do a simple one. I'll go to the top and to whom you are going to send a mail. To whom you are going to send a mail. Just I'm doing a simple thing. Let me send a mail to myself. I'm giving my ID itself here, or you can give any one of your IDs. I'm giving my ID here. So I'm going to send a mail to myself here. Or you can send to your team, your neighbor, or anyone. Based on a condition to send a mail, based on the if logic, we want to send a mail. From Power App, when I click on submit, then it should send a mail. That are all the things which we are going to do it in our upcoming session. So this is just we are doing a simple flow to send a mail. Just a simple flow, send a mail. And what is the subject? Maybe you can give your own subject here. I have given my name, who is the email ID from whom you are going to send a mail. And what is the subject of this mail? Maybe I am using this for a testing purpose. This is for testing of Power Automate. This is to test the Power Automate here. Okay. Subject should be there. You should have already connected it. Already connected in Office 365. Connected with 365, then you should get this video. Sign in, sign in. Selected 365 or selected Outlook. Already signed it. It's already signed.
No, we selected this option.
Okay. So just if you are asking for sign in, because you are doing it for first time, you have to sign in and you have to select the account. It will be signed in. If you are already into the screen, that means you are already signed in. You can see the connection will be already available there. We'll see it. Now let me give some message here. So we are given who is the 2ID and we are given the subject. Now I'm going to give some body of this text. For example, mailing from my Power Automate. I'm mailing this from the Power Automate, not from a normal mailing. We are mailing this from Power Automate. So we did something. Just we are going to send a mail through Power Automate. That's all. That's all. Simple one. So what we have did is we are given the email ID and what is the subject of this mail and mail response. What is the mail body we are given it. There are furthermore other advanced options available. We will explore it in another few minutes. Change connection. Suppose if you don't want to change Outlook, if you want to change it to some other, suppose you have two email IDs. I want to send it to a particular email ID. Through particular email ID, you can change the connection also. If there is an option of changing the connection. But I think you have only one email ID, so don't do anything here. Okay, let me come back. So we have given the connections. That's it. How can I close it? It's very simple. If you close somewhere else outside, you can close it, or there is an option collapse here. And if I click on the collapse also, you can close it, or click somewhere else outside here. Click somewhere else outside, that will get collapsed here, or you can click on this, that will get collapsed. Okay. So we have created a very simple flow. I want to send a mail. I'm going to send a mail. So we have created a flow. If you are wrongly selected something, can I edit this? Can I modify this? Yes. Editing is very simple. Once again, click on it. On the right hand side, the same screen will appear. You can edit it here. If you don't want this, I wrongly selected some other. Can I delete this? Yes, very good. You can make a right click on the action, and you can see there is an option called as delete. So if you wrongly did it, you can delete it also. But I did it perfectly. Now let me save this. A small flow. We have created a very small flow. Let me click on save. You can see on the top, there is an option called as save. So we have to save this. Since it's a manual flow, we have to save and we have to test it. Auto flow means it will happen automatically. But if it's a manual flow, we have to test it. So let me click on the save button. I click on the save. Yes, it's saved here. You can see on the left hand side saving. Your flow is ready to go. We recommend you to test it. So our flow is ready now. So we have to test this flow. Okay. So how can I test the flow? Next to the save button, there is another button available called as testing. So I want to test this. Testing is equivalent to running the flow. It's equivalent to running the flow. So let me click on this test. I click on the test. How do you want to run this? Whether manually or automatically? Of course, it's manually. But why? We have selected this manual trigger, but why there is two options automatically means already I have run the flow. So I want to run it again. So no need to go to manually again. I will explain that. What is the purpose of this automatic? Now the automatic will not be activated. You have to select manual. I select manual. And I am going to test this flow. Click on this test. So I click on the text. It's running here. It's signing here. Who is the owner of the flow? And what is the connection we have did? We have did with the Outlook, and you should get the green tick mark here. If you are getting green tick mark, then it's successfully connected and it's successfully going on. You should get a green tick mark. You should not get an yellow. Yellow is a warning. Red means there is a problem. There is a error. Okay, we got a green. I got a green. And I click on continue. And it's fine. My testing is over. I want to run it and check whether it's working fine. So I'm running the flow. Yes, your flow is run successfully started. To monitor it, go to the flow run page. You have to go to the flow run page. Or okay, if you click on done also, it will go to the flow run page. So I have gone to the flow run page. So you can see all the tick marks are appearing here. Your flow ran successfully. So there is a tick mark. It took only 0 seconds to run this. It has took 0.9 seconds to run this. So let me open my Outlook. So we have both, you should get a tick. After clicking on done, you should get a tick. Then that means it successfully ran the flow. Let me open the Outlook and I check whether I have received that mail. I should have received that mail. Let me check. I have opening the Outlook. Yes. So this is the one which I have sent it just now. You can see 9/6. This is mail from the My Power Automate. So you should have received a mail. Simple thing. Tick should be there. When you click on done, you should get a tick. After. No, there is a successfully run. Some problem. Some ghost inside. Some ghost inside. Not required. We'll see then the next flows also. Okay. We have created a very simple flow. You can do this through a mail, normal mailing also. But I don't want to go to the advanced flow from the starting. Let us start with a gradually smaller, and we'll add further more other things in the later part. Now, same flow. What I want to do is, I want to do one more. So what we did is we have sent a mail. Same flow. I want to do one more here. Maybe I want to post a message in my Teams channel. In a Teams channel, I want to post a message. If I run the flow, two things should happen. One is it should send a mail. Second one is it should post a message in my Teams. In a Teams channel, it should post a message. Okay. So let us add one more flow here. So how can I edit the flow? You can come back and you can go back to the main screen. I can click on the back, or you can see there is a edit option on the left hand side also. So you can come back to the main screen. This is your screen which shows what is the name of the flow, when we have created, when we have modified, what is the name of the flow, how many times you have run the flow, what is the seconds this flow was running. So it shows here when you click on back button. If you click on back button, it comes to this flow checker and it shows your flow. And you can edit the flow. I want to edit the flow. While testing, you can test it and run it. Here also there is an option of running. But let us go to edit flow now. So I click on edit flow. I click on this edit. It comes back to the main screen again. Let us add one more here. Okay. I want to add one more here. That is, I want to post a message in my Teams channel, some message in my Teams channel. So if I run the flow, it should do two things. One, it should send a mail. Another one is it should post a message. Let me add another one here. So you can go to the plus. Some activity can happen parallelly also. Is it required first send a mail, then send a message, or you can do both the things parallelly. I want to send an email. And immediately I want to send everything. Both should happen parallelly also. That's also possible. Some activity can happen parallelly also. We'll do that. First, let me add an activity here. Let us click on an activity here. Then go back to the search. I want to post a message in my Teams. So let me say POST, or you can type Teams also. If you know the connector name, you can type a team, or you can say I am posting a message, POST. I know the first few letters of posting a message, or you can type Teams. Under Teams, you can see there is an option available, post a message in a chat or a channel. So we are going to post a message in a post or a channel. Maybe in your Teams meeting, in your Teams channel, any channel. Maybe you can create a channel in your Teams also.
How do you identify how many?
No, this is the Microsoft Teams.
You are telling of chat or channel. Even before itself, you have chat or channel or choice option. Many options are there. So how we are specifically identifying that?
Post, even the name says post card. It's like pasting a card. If you know the Teams, I think this is easier. This is posting a message. I want to just display a message, not a card. Card is like sending a card. So this is just posting a message.
Even if that by mistake if that is selected,
Then you will get a different screen. You can different screen will be there. If you want to post a card also, you can post it. That's an option of posting the card also. But once again, if it is asking for sign in, you have to sign in. If you are not signed in, it should have signed in. Even you can use the external connection also. HTTP, you can create your own HTTP, you can create your own connections also. But I think most of the connections, SAP, almost all Google, almost all the connections in the world will be available here. No, Teams is yourself. This you can send a mail to your team, other people. Mailing is to anyone in the world. No, I sent it to Outlook.com. I sent it to Outlook.com. I sent it to Outlook.com, Gmail.com. You can connect Gmail also. You can connect it to anything in the world. Gmail, maybe Gmail would not have been configured on your system. Receiver can be Gmail. You cannot send it through Gmail because you don't have the Gmail ID here. I send it to Outlook only. It is going. You can send it to Gmail. Try with Gmail. Try it to someone else. Anyway, Teams is going to be within yourself.
what
chain mail is based on their settings. What they have selected, based on that only, whether it can be a chain mail or a separate mail. Where there is Outlook settings. Our Outlook settings are we cannot change it. Correct. I understood, but it's based on the user settings. How they prefer. It's not our own preference. We cannot decide it. You can decide whether the mail can be a chain mail or a separate mail. There is Outlook settings. Unfortunately, we cannot do it. Even automatically, correct. Even mailing also we cannot do that. Let us post the mail first. Sorry, post the message. I click on the post channel in the chat. Okay. So if it is asking for a connection, please add a connection. If it is already added, then the connection name, your email ID will be displayed here. If you are already connected, it's already connected through Teams, it will show you the Teams connection. If you don't have a connection, then you can add a connection. But unfortunately, as per my system, for my Teams, I am not using this ID. I am not using this ID on my Teams. If you are using, I think you will be using the same ID. I am not using the same ID. So let me change the connection. I am going to change the connection. My Teams ID is different. So I selected a different Teams ID. Teams ID, I am using a different one. So I selected my Teams ID. Post as a flow bot or a virtual agent means individual. You can send not on a channel. I want to send it to a particular person, particular user. So then we can go to the power virtual agent or a user. Anyway, you cannot use the custom value. So I will say flow bot as of now. I'm going to put it in a common channel. Post in a channel or a flow bot or a group chat. So I want to put it to an individual person. I want to put it in a group chat. If you have a group chat, you can do that. Let me put it in a channel now. So when I click on channel, it shows what are all the channels available in your Teams. You can see in my system I have two channels here. There is a channel called as general. There is a channel called as training in my Teams. These are all the two channels I have it here. So these are the two channels which I have. So I can select any one of the channel. Maybe I'll select this Teams ID, and I select my channel name. Which channel? I have two channels. One is the general, another one is the training. So wherever you want to post it. If you have multiple channels, you can select it. So for example, I'll post it in my general channel. And what is the message? Your own message. Once again, I'm giving the same thing. Message from Power Automate. You didn't have a channel name in your Teams. That's why it's asking for your ID. If you already created a channel, create a channel in Teams, then it will be there. As of now, don't use it. You selected a card or you selected a message? Selected the post card. You didn't select the post message. I told you to post the message, don't post the card. Because you didn't create any channel. So you can go to Teams and create a channel. You go to some channel. So these are channels. Create some channel. Then how to create the content?
In the training.
As of now, put it in the general. As of now, put it in the general channel. Or have the general channel also. The general is the channel, but it was not available. Group chat. Now it will show you whatever. Okay. So you are putting in Power BI group chat. I cannot do that. I don't have that group chat. Unfortunately, I cannot come to that group chat. I don't have it. Right? You try in your own channels or a group. I'm putting it in a separate channel since I don't have that group. That's all. We did something here. Now let us run the flow, test the flow and check it. We are just doing a simple thing. We are adding a mail. We'll say this flow, what it will do is it just sends a mail. It just sends a mail to Teams as well as sends a mail to my ID, email ID. That's all. Click somewhere else outside. Click on the save button here. I click on the save button again. So this flow is saved as this flow is ready to go. Let me test this. I click on the test. Now you can see, yes, save and I click on test. Now you can see it says two option is activated. One is manual, another one is automatic. What is that automatic? Automatic means the based on whatever the settings I applied earlier. If I click on automatic, the recent trigger, 14 minutes before I have tested it. Do you want to test it based on the earlier settings? No, because I have added some new features here. So I want to retest it again means then we can go for it. Some in between you have made some changes, you change some text. In that case we can go here, but here I have added a separate flow here. So you should not go to automatic. I will tell you when we can go with automatic. In the next session we'll try that. As of now we have to go with manual again. So let us click on manual. Test it. You should get a green again. Yes. Now we are using two apps here. One is the Outlook, another one is the Teams. This flow is flowing and green means you are ready to go. Click on continue. Yes. The flow Outlook and Teams is successful. I am going to run the flow here. Yes, it has run the flow successfully. Click on done. Yes. Now you would have got two things. One is it would have sent a mail. Another one is it would have sent a message onto your group or a chat or a channel. On a group chat or channel, I'll go to the Outlook and Outlook I would have received a mail here. Yes, I can see there is a mail in my Outlook, as well as if I open the Teams chat, in the Teams chat also in the general, yes, I have received a mail here. Sorry. Okay. Next we'll discuss about the parameters. So now we have started to run some simple flows. Gradually we'll go to the next level. Done? Clear? Okay. Done? Clear? Now, either as I told you can go back and come back to the edit screen, or you can click on the edit straight away here. Let me click on edit. Now let us discuss about the parameters. Based on the parameters, how can I work on it? For example, here, what we are doing is, first I triggered manually, then I went to the email, then I given some test mail here, then I am running this. Similarly, here also I am going here and I am giving some text message here and I am running this. Assume I want to give the same message. I want to give the same message on my email as well as the channel, as well as the group chat. For both, I want to give the same message. I cannot copy and paste. Suppose I want to change my message now. Tomorrow I want to send some other message. I want to put some other message in my email. I want to put some other message in my chat, Teams chat. I cannot go every time and change the message here. Instead, we are going to use a parameters. This parameter is a very, very, very powerful feature. Even to connect from Power App to Power Automate. From Power App to Power Automate. Yesterday we filled some columns. That columns I want to bring it in Power Automate and I want to do something. Yesterday we filled a form app. When I click on submit, it should get the details here and it should send a mail. It should store it in SharePoint. It should store it in Excel. It should send a mail to multiple people. So everything you can do it using this parameter. How can I go with this parameter? Click somewhere else on the empty area. Click somewhere else on the empty area. And click on this manual trigger a flow. The first button, the very first button. Click on that very first button. Yes, just click on that very first one. On the right hand side, the manual trigger flow, parameter, settings, code view, about. Parameter. Let us go to this parameter, add a parameter. So we are going to add a parameter now. So let me click on add parameter. And what kind of parameter you want to add it? Whether it's going to be a text or it's going to be binary yes or no, or it's going to be file, email, number, date. Yes or no and other things we will go with the approval. Today we are going to see how to make an approval screen for something to approve. There is various options. Then we can come to the yes or no. As of now, let us go with text. Yes. You have to click on the very first one here. I told you have to go to the very first one and you have to click here. On the first box where you can see the handover symbol is available, you click it here. Click this. There is parameter. Add an input. Click on add an input. So we are going to add an input. What kind of input we are to add? Whether it's a text, whether it's or no, file, email, number or a date. So the email, I'm sending an email to someone else. Even I can change the email IDs also. Now I want to send it to one person. Next I want to send it to another person. Also you can do that. We'll come to that. Now let me click on text. Text. What is the name of the text? So let us give some name. Name is text. Instead of the text, I'm going to give some name like mail subject. This is the mail subject. And enter, please enter your input. I want, yesterday we did it, hint text. So I want to give to a hint to my end user. What are we going to enter here? Please enter your mail subject here. Enter your mail subject. So I'm giving some message. So they will give a mail subject here. You can, my practice is that. If you want to give a space, you can do that. Normally, while giving a name for a text box or anything, I practiced it like that. You know what practice, my practice. You can change it, your wish. Mail subject or this is mail subject or Teams subject or anything. I will put this as mail subject. This is mail subject and add one more input here. I'm going to add another input. Another one is the body of the text. Body of the text. Text. Mail body. Please enter your message here. Message which we are going to post it in Outlook, which we are going to post it in Teams. What is the message? I cannot give the same message for all my mails. I want to give a different message. So we have added some parameter, two parameters as of now, text parameter, both are text parameters. One is please enter your mail. Second one is we are just saying please enter your message. That's it. So we have given the parameter. Now click somewhere else outside or collapse it. Either click somewhere else outside or collapse it. So let me click somewhere else outside here. Now let us go to the second one. Send a mail. Send and mail. Click here. Now this subject. So I don't like this subject. I want my user to enter whatever the user has entered. That subject should appear here. Whatever the user has entered as a message body, that should display here. So I don't want this predefined messages. So let me delete this predefined message. I delete it. How do I get the message from the input? Input from the user. User is giving some input. That input can be a manual one. As I told, that input can be a from Power Apps. That input can be a Teams meeting. That input can be from your uh, forms. Forms, you can create a form. From the forms, you can get the input. As of now, I am going to give a manual input. So let us see on the right hand side, there are two icons available. One is FX, that's your formula. We'll see, explore the formula in another few minutes. Let us go to the Thunderbolt. There is a message, Thunderbolt. There is a icon called as Thunderbolt. Click on the Thunderbolt icon. And there are some full address, country, city, state, postal code. No, not this. See more. Click on that see more. Under that see more, the parameter which you have created will be available here. This is the two parameters which you have created is available. One is the mail subject, another one is the mail body. So first I want the mail subject to be displayed here. So you can see it displays the mail subject. Second, I'll go to the body of the message here. I delete this manual message. Then how can I get that message which is given as a parameter? How can I get it here? Same Thunderbolt. Click on the same Thunderbolt and go to see more. And you can see the mail body. So whatever the user is entering, that should be the mail subject. Whatever the user is typing in the body, that should be the mail body here. So we have did this for Outlook. Same thing we are going to do it for Teams also. Let us select this Teams box. I click on the Teams box and I'll go to this message because I don't have a subject here. So instead of this message, I delete this message. Go to the same Thunderbolt again and go to the see more again. And let us see the message body here. Mail body, sorry, mail body. That's the name I have given. That's it. So instead of manually entering a text, we have given a message. So based on the user input, it's going to change here. Based on the user input. Okay. Now click somewhere else outside. Click somewhere else outside. Let us save this file. I am clicking on save. As usual, we click on the save button. I'm going to test it again. Let us click on test. Manual flow. Let us click on manual again. I click on manual. So manual again. Click on manual. And I click on test here. And it's running the flow and it's asking for the mail subject. So what is the mail subject here? You have to type the mail subject. You have to type the mail body here. What is the mail subject? So I think this is through the parameter. We are running through the parameter here. This mail subject is coming through the parameter. So I'm typing some mail subject as per your wish. So this is the from Power Automate parameter. Just I'm giving some message. Your wish. You can give some message here. So I'm giving some mail subject here. I'm giving some mail body here. Just for a testing purpose. Run the flow. Flow run successfully started. To monitor, go to the flow page. Yes, done. Yes, it has done successfully. Let me go to the Outlook. And you can see it has given the subject which I have given. It has given the message which I have given. This is the message which I have given. Same like when I go to the Teams meeting here. Here also you can see the same subject is available here. So instead of manually entering a parameter, we got the input from the manual input. As I told, this input can be from an app. This input can be from a forms also. That we will see it. How to link the forms, how to bring the app into this Power Automate. We'll see it in the next part. Inside the flow, we are given the input. They have to give the input. We didn't give any input. They have to give the input. And input கொடுத்தா தான் அங்க வரும். No, explain your question. எங்க லெஃப்ட்ல கொடுத்தாங்க? இது சொல்றீங்களா? This is not the text. This is the input. We are getting it from the user. User என்ன input கொடுக்குறாங்களோ அது வரணும்னு. I didn't fix the input. Input may vary from mail to mail இல்லையா? இன்னைக்கு மெயில்ல வேற input கொடுப்பேன், நாளைக்கு மெயிலுக்கு வேற input கொடுப்பேன். அதுதான் இப்போதைக்கு அப்படி கொடுக்க போறோம். Later I am going to say we can link it with the forms and we can link it with the Power App also. Power Appல ஒரு மெசேஜ் end user Power Appல ஒரு மெசேஜ் கொடுத்து சப்மிட்னு கொடுத்தா அது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா இங்க வந்து மெயில் போயிடும். And someone is submitting a form. நீங்க ஒரு ஃபார்ம் அனுப்புறீங்க to your supplier or someone else. They are submitting a form. Submitனு கொடுத்த உடனே இங்க வந்து அந்த submit formல data will be stored and sent a mail based on their subject. So அவங்க சப்ஜெக்ட் ஏத்தமா இப்போதைக்கு we are fixing it, typing it. Later session we'll see instead of typing how to get it through some other areas. Whatever you are typed it should pick it. As of now, type பண்றது pick பண்ணும். Later automatically pick பண்ணும். அது we are going to see it in a later session. We can do that. அதெல்லாம் we can pick it from the database or SharePoint or you can, as I told, forms ல இருந்து எடுக்கலாம். We can pick it from app. எடுத்தோடனே அது பார்க்க முடியாது. I'm gradually going to the next level. Now we are first we have manually typed the message, then we are getting the message and displaying. One by one we'll see. Okay. Yes, sir. So very simple form we have created. And two things we did. First thing is we have seen how to send a mail. Second one is we have seen how to send a message in a chat or in a Teams just by typing it. Second thing we have seen, we have got an input. Based on the input, how to send a message. These are all the things we have seen. Now we'll explore one more. Let us come back. I think this app is working fine. This flow is working fine. Let me save the flow and I'll come out to the main screen here. I come back to that main screen here. How can I see all the flows? Actually, we have created only one flows. Go to this My Flow. Click on that My Flow. Order all the flows you have created. All the flows will be displayed here. All the flows, what are all the flows you have created, that will be displayed here. It may take some time. I will delete the other flows because I don't want you to get confused. I have created so many flows. The other flows I am just deleting it. Just go to the three dotted. Okay. Now, let us create. Go to create. We will create a flow now. In the morning, what we have did is we have created an instant cloud flow. The trigger manually as needed. Whenever you need it, you have to go to the flow and we have to run the flow. This will happen manually. Now, let us do something automated cloud flow. For an example, whenever I am receiving a message from a particular person or from a particular team, or it can be an outsider, or it can be from the same team. Whenever I receive a message, for example, I want to receive the message. Whenever I receive the message, I want to see the message and I want to post that message into my Teams. So there is a message received from this particular person, do some action, do some activity. I received a message from this. So you have to do something on this. So whenever a message is received, whenever a message is received from my Outlook or some other, I want to post a message in my Teams. not my own message, whatever the message I have received. So I have received a message from this person. This is the content of the message. Do something on this. So I want to put it on my Teams. So let us use this automated cloud flow. Automated cloud flow. Okay. And name of the flow, maybe my second flow. Or you can give your own mail, your own message. Okay. So I have given a name. Nothing to be done here. New forms, new items. This is new forms. When you get the forms submitted in Teams, we can get this. We'll come to that. As of now, I am skipping this. Skip it. Skip means it automatically goes to the flow screen. Straight away it goes to the flow screen. So I click on the skip. There is a add trigger. So we are going to add a trigger. Whatever we did in the earlier one, it's an action. Automated flow. First one. Skip. Skip. I didn't select anything on the list. Now it's a trigger. Earlier one, whatever we did, it's an action. We have to do an action, but it's a trigger. Trigger means something should happen when you trigger something. For example, when a message is arrived in my inbox, I want to do something. So let me click on add trigger. So click on add trigger. Once again, the connector is available. You want to say whenever a new message is arriving, when a mail arrives. When a mail arrives, or you can go to Outlook, or you can go to Office 365 and you can find it. If you go to Office 365 connector, when you go to that Office 365 connector, even you can type Office 365, you can connect Outlook. So let me go with this Outlook. When a new mail arrives, you can see here Office 365. Under Office 365 Outlook, there is an option called as when a new mail arrives. If you are not using Office 365, if you are using only Outlook, there is an option called as when a new mail arrives. Okay, just I typed Outlook, when a new mail arrives. So actually you are all using 365. I believe you have to go with this. I am using Outlook. I have to go with this. So Office 365 Outlook or normal Outlook. So let me go with the normal Outlook. When a new mail arrives. So I click on when a new mail arrives. I think you already signed in. If you are not signed in, it will ask you to sign in again. There is some advanced properties. For example, I want to show, suppose I am receiving a mail from a particular person. So what we can do is, there is an advanced parameter. You can select this from. And after selecting the from, click somewhere else here. Now the from button is activated. When I receive the mail from a particular person, when I receive a mail from the particular person, I want to post a message. I don't want to post all the message which I am receiving it on my Outlook. I want to post a message when I am receiving a mail from a particular person, particular team, particular group. Or you can add furthermore also. Here you can see, you can show all, or you can go here and you can add furthermore, whether it's a to, or whenever there is a attachment, I want to post it. Whenever there is an important marked in my message, we have to give something. So whatever you want, you can add it here. Whatever the things you want to add, but I don't want to do as of now. As of now, whatever the mail comes in, I want to post a message. As of now, I will post all the message. Whatever the message is coming inside, I want to post it in my Teams meeting. So I didn't select anything here.
Multiple parameters. This will treat it as an AND condition or an OR condition?
Or and only.
AND condition.
2 CCC. If the both 2 and CCC is available, in 2 you have said something. In CCC also you said something. If both are available only, it will post a message.
If you want to,
Like or if and or, I will tell you how to do that. As of now, we didn't explore that function. We'll see that what is happening. Right, but as of now, I'm not giving anything here. Let us bring all the message, whatever the message coming in. It has to be posted into my team channel. Fine. So I didn't do anything here. Let me click outside. I'm clicking outside of my flow screen. Nothing. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. So as of now, I want to post all the message, whatever I'm getting it from the Outlook. Because I don't know who will send the mail, because for a testing purpose. For a testing purpose. Okay. So let me click on this plus again. So you can tell me what I'm going to do now. So I click on the plus. When I receive a mail, I want to post a message in my Outlook. Post a message in my Teams. So then what could be my next step? Click on the plus. Then post, P-O-S-T, or go to Teams, Microsoft Teams. Don't select postcard. It should be post message in the chat. It's a post message in the chat. So let us go to the post message in the chat. Once again, Flowbot. Post in. You are selecting group chat. You can put a group chat here. I don't have a group chat. Once again, I'm going with the channel. You can go with the group chat. I'm going with the channel now. I'll go with the channel. And which channel Teams and which channel ID. But here, the message can be customized. Same thing what we did in the earlier one, but one small change. Yeah. Okay. So now, I'm going to give some message. Hi team, I have received a message. I have received a message from whom? I have received a message from a particular person. So I want that person name to be displayed here. I don't know who has sent this message from anyone. That message, I want the name of that person has to be displayed here. And content of the message also displayed on the bottom. So click on the Thunderbolt again. Click on the Thunderbolt and see more, where we can see to ID, subject, body, important, CC, BCC, reply, body, receive time, attachment name, attachment time. Where is that? From. Yes, there is a from. From. So let me click on that from. Don't type from. Select it from the Thunderbolt. Hi team, I have received a message from whom? That will be displayed here. The next line. Subject of that message is. Subject of the message is. Then go to Thunderbolt. Subject. Subject. And next line. Below is the content of that mail. And we can say take an action and do something based on this. So I'm going to give my teams that I have received a mail from a particular person. This is a subject and this is a message. Please take an action on this. And what is the message? That message I want to display it on the bottom. Go to the Thunderbolt. Body of that message. So, whenever a message arrives to my inbox, mail, I'm just forwarding it to my Teams. You can forward it within Outlook, that's different. But here I'm forwarding with my content, some customized content also. Hi team, I have received a message from a particular person. Subject is this and below is the content of the mail. Take action against this. Okay. So let us place the cursor on some empty area. That's it. We are doing a very simple thing. I place the cursor on some empty area. As usual, let us click on the save button here. I click on the save. Please do save it. And I think I didn't give a meaningful name for this. I hope I have given. I have given it. Yes. While starting itself, I have given a name. Very good. I have given the name. Now, let us go to the testing here. If you would have received a message, then the testing will work successfully. But I didn't receive any. I don't know whether I received a mail or not. Manually, or you can ask your team people to send a mail now, or you can send it to yourself now. So I click on the test. So it's the flow is still running, it's rotating because I didn't receive any mail. When a mail, if I received the mail, it automatically directs to my Teams meeting. I didn't receive a mail now. That's why it's rotating. So let me send a mail for a testing purpose. I will go to my Outlook, new mail. For a testing purpose, I'm sending a mail to myself. Or you can you can ask your team people to send it yourself. I'm sending a mail to myself, and this message is once again for a testing purpose. And I'm going to give some message, test message. So why I'm sending a message here? Without sending a message, that flow will not get triggered. That flow will not get triggered. You have to send some message. Then only the flow will get triggered. I send a message. Yes. Now, if I receive this message inbox immediately, after the message is received on your inbox, immediately you will get a message on your Teams. You should get a message on the Teams. Yes, I have received the message here and I go to the Teams. In the Teams also, you should get that message. Just a minute. It's just doing it. Yes. I have successfully received that message. Yes. Hi team, I have received a mail from this person. The subject is testing. Below is the content of the message. Take action again. So from now, as of now, I think you have to switch off this because from now, whatever the message is coming, it automatically posts into your Teams meeting now. After this, after this, after this. So what I recommend is go to edit. Either you have to delete this. Just I told you how to run this. You can filter a subject, you can filter to ID. When I receive a mail from my manager to or my head, then we can post it in Teams. Or from a particular customer, then we can post it. You can filter it by filter. Yeah, you can pause it. That's what I'm about to say. When you come out of the screen, there is an option available called as you can turn off this. You can turn off this flow temporarily. Come out to the main screen here. When you come back to the main screen, on this flow, you can see there is an option called as. In the My Flow, you have opened that flow or go to the My Flow here. All your flows will be there. Click on that flow. I will come, sir, just a minute. Click on that flow. Click on that flow and you can see there is an option called as turn off. Go to My Flow, select the flow. இல்ல அது ஒரு டீம்ஸ் மட்டும் அனுப்பிச்சுப்பாங்க. டீம்ஸ் மட்டும் just done. Yes. Let's see parameters, formulas.
ലിമിറ്റ് അയക്കാം. നമ്മളെന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? Screen. Explain something. These are they ask for sales. Yeah, any choice. Which one you are using for interaction? The training. Interaction training partner.
I would have told this in the earlier section itself when you cover Excel training. Free. I will share the app. I will share the link. It's not loadable. I think people are using it. I have seen Daimler people. It's not loadable. It's just a file. Don't do it now. I will tell you in the break time. I will tell you how to. Useful during the. Correct. As a trainer, it's useful for me. I conducted a program in a Europe country. They don't know English. They don't know our language also. So only I have to do this. Even for them, the home is not there. Instead of the home, the language in their language, home. I don't know how to explain it. So I used only this to explain this. No other go. Okay. Before the break, we'll see one more, and then we'll take a break. After that, we'll see about the parameter, adding the parameters, logical functions. As of now, two flows we have created. Let me come back to the main screen. Let me click on the my flow. So we have created flows now. One flow is, this is the first flow which we have created. That is whenever I want to send a mail with my parameter, this is one flow. And this is another flow whenever I receive the mail. This is automated flow. First one is the instant flow. First flow, we have to run it manually. Second flow, it automatically runs whenever you receive a mail. Whenever a mail lands into your inbox, it automatically sends a mail. Now, every day morning, I want to send a mail to someone else. So you can go to create. We'll explore this in depth in our upcoming session also. Just I am giving an introduction of this. Go to the create. Under create, you can see the third one, schedule cloud flow. Schedule cloud flow. I click on that schedule cloud flow. And what is the name of this flow? So you can give a name for this flow. So let me give a name for this flow. This is my third flow. So I'm giving a name. When this flow should start, when the flow should start, the starting date, and what is the time of this flow. So you can give the time. For example, assume that I want to start this flow around after 10 or 11 or 12. I'm selecting some timings here. You can select the timings also. And repeat every 1 minute. It has to send a reminder every month, every week, every day, every hour, every second. Every second, don't do it. Do some other activity, because every second it will send a mail. So do some other, maybe every month, I want to send a mail to someone else. Or every week on Monday or Sunday or Tuesday or Wednesday, you can select the days also here. For example, every week, and what are all the days. Even you can create it and you can modify it also later. So let me create now. So let us click on create. And this you can use it for even Power BI also. Every day morning, but my Power BI has to get refreshed. For this also you can use this recurring. So click on this. After creating this, I click on this. Here you can see there are further more options available. What's the interval? Weekly, and which time zone. So you have to select your time zone here. Time zone is India. Where is it? Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai. And what is the starting time? And what could be on which days you want to give a reminder. I don't want this on Sunday and Saturdays, other than Saturdays and Sundays, or some other days. I want only on Mondays. Every Monday it should send a mail, or every Monday you have to do some activity. So yeah, I am selecting that Monday to Tuesday. So Monday to Tuesday. And what is the time? So that you can change your timings here, and which hours also. So for example, morning 9 o'clock. Every Sunday or Monday is Friday, Monday to Friday, 9. And what is that? 9:30 means you can say 9:30 here. So I want to send it at 9:25, 9:30 here. So every day morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 9:30. What do you want to do? You can add it here. You can add the plus symbol, and you can add whatever you want. I want to send a mail. I want to post a message on the chat, or I want to do something. Let us say there is.
Time.
30, 20. Refresh the data set. So I gone to the refresh the data set of my Power BI. I click on the refresh data set, and it will ask which workspace, which data set. Suppose I select some workspace, and I select the data set also. Refresh a data set. I selected refresh data set. Under the refresh data set, which workspace and which data set. The published data set. Yes. Published one, correct. Published one will come in the workspace. Other things will not come in the. If you are not published, it's still in the desktop. I selected some workspace, some report. So what will happen is this report, assume that this report every day morning, it has to be refreshed except Saturday and Sunday. So this will happen every day morning at 9:30. This Power BI report will get refreshed. So I think for this, if you are doing this in Power BI, I don't know whether you know it, we have to download a separate application called as Power BI Gateway. And you have to get your IT permission for it to connect to your database, and you have to do it. Power BI Gateway is very slow down your system speed also. You have to do that in Power BI Gateway. Download the software, Power BI Gateway, then it has to refresh automatically every day morning in Power BI reports. I don't know whether you have noticed it yesterday. Suppose if I want that app.powerbi.com, let me open this app.powerbi.com. I go to that Power BI app.powerbi.com. When yesterday we used this, and I go to a particular workspace. Assume I am going to the same workspace which I have created in my flow. What is the flow workspace I have created is I have selected the Daimler trial training, and I have selected the file called as business transaction. Let me go to that same workspace. I'll go to the workspace here under this Daimler trial training, and here what you have to do it is whenever the data is uploaded, if you want to refresh it, you have to come here, this business transaction, you have to click on this refresh button. Every time whenever the data set is appended on your source, you have to come here and refresh it. Or you can go to this schedule refresh. But unfortunately, when I click on schedule refresh in Power BI, when I go to the schedule refresh here, there is an option called as refresh. But this refresh option is graded out. You cannot fix the timing here. Which timing, daily, weekly, monthly, and unfortunately, we are not able to fix it here. It's protected here because you have to require a gateway for it. You have to require a gateway for it. Using the gateway only, you can refresh it. But using this Power Automate, you can do this. Power Automate, I have given a small thing that is every day, Monday to Friday, this data set has to be refreshed. When you publish the Power BI, it doesn't go only with your data. You can see I'll open the screen. I'll show you. It's there. Actually, you can see when you publish it, it goes with two things. One is your report. Second one is your semantic model. This is your data set. This data set is connected with your source. It is offline. No problem. From the data, it will get here refresh. Instead of going here and click on the refresh, it's refreshing automatically. Instead of me manually going there and clicking on the refresh, every day morning, my Power Automate will do this. Open the workspace and click on the refresh. Power Automate will do this, that's all. Same thing happens. Right? No, you cannot run this recurrences. You can save it and you can keep it. You cannot run it now. You cannot test it now. Test save it and keep it, that's all. Maybe you would have not selected the correct workspace and correct report. Don't select my workspace, select the workspace which you have created. My workspace is பண்ணாதீங்க. That's what I did. I did it at 7 to 9:30. You make it as 7 o'clock here. Click here. Make it as 7. I said 7:30 here. Runs at 7:30 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, This is hours. At these hours. At these minutes. The bottom you can see hours and minutes. When this flow should start. Flow இன்னிலேருந்து ஆரம்பிக்கணுமா இல்லை நீங்கள் வேற மண்டேலேருந்து ஆரம்பிக்கிட்டோம் இன்னைக்கு வேண்டாம் ஆர் நெக்ஸ்ட் வீக்லேருந்து டுமாரோ ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு ரன் த ஃப்ளோ ஐ வாண்ட் டு ரன் இட் ஆன் நெக்ஸ்ட் மண்டே நான் 31 மாற்றிங்க மண்டே டியூஸ்டேலேருந்து புரியல திருச்சி 3:30 எங்க இருக்கு 15:30 no this is where it is going to start the flow what is start time as per this it's starting today UTC படி இப்போ current time தான் எடுத்துக்குது இங்க இருக்க மேல டைம் it is taking so இந்த flow எப்போ ஆரம்பிக்கணும் this is your refreshing time இங்க இருக்குது உங்க refreshing time when Power BI updated means no Power BI updating means which report data Power BI report means you are having every day morning 7:30 it will get refreshed. So that you cannot say if the Power BI is refreshed. Instead, you can say the source is available. Whenever the data is modified on the source, you can get a mail. Not Power BI refreshed. Whenever the data source is modified, you can get a mail. So that both are same actually. When the data source is modified, when the refresh is happening. I cannot say when the Power BI is refreshing. I can say when the data source is modified, I should get a mail. No. Here we have in Power Automate we have. Whenever the new data is updated, whenever the data is modified, I should get a mail. I should do something. That we'll do it in our next session. Okay. So we have to work with some parameters. We have to work with some logical function here. If what happened yesterday we did the app through the app how to connect it and through the Teams how to connect it through the forms how to connect it. Whenever someone is submitting a form, end user, my supplier, my customer, they are sending a form, submitting a form. Something should happen here. After submitting form, I want to save the data and I want to send a mail to someone else based on some conditions also. If a form is submitted, this should be sent to this department. This mail should be sent to another department. Okay, so that part still we will see it. Probably if I start the next session, it will take at least another half an hour. So as of now, I think we have created 3 workflows. Any challenges, sir? Okay. So with all your confirmation and permissions, I think we can go for a short break. After the break, yes. That's all. I said every day 7:30 it has to be refreshed. Tomorrow morning when you open at 7:30, it will get refreshed. வேற என்ன பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? And if you want every day morning refresh பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் I want to send a mail னா அந்த கீழே ஆட் பண்ணிக்கங்க. Another I am pausing the video. When we open the Microsoft Power Automate, I think we have created 3 flows. First flow is just to send a mail and just to send a message in the Teams. Second flow, whenever a mail is received, we want to post a message in the Teams. And third one is automated. That is every day morning 7:30 your Power BI has to be refreshed. As of now, we have seen one more also. This one, every day morning 7:30 it has to be refreshed. So, but this one I told you to turn off this because whenever you receive a mail, the second one, whenever you receive a mail, automatically it posts a message in this Teams and you can customize it by selecting some particular mail ID or anything. As of now, you can switch off this also. You can turn off it. If you don't want this, you can turn off it. Or if you don't want the entire flow, you can go there and delete it also. That's your wish. Okay. So now let us create one more new flow where we are going to play with some parameters, some formulas, As of now, we are manually entering the parameters. We are manually entering the parameter. We will see how to link the parameter. Whenever a form is submitted, whenever an app, so I'm giving an app to my end users. They are typing something and they are submitting it. After submission, what you have to do it in Power Automate. After my customer is submitting in Teams or forms, sorry, not in Teams, forms, what we are going to do it in Power Automate. That part we will see it in the next one. Now let us create one more flow. So go to create instant cloud flow. So I'm going to click on instant cloud flow. So let us click on the manual instant cloud flow. So I click this. So we are going to create one more flow here. Maybe this is my fourth flow. So what I'm going to go the fourth flow is we are going to explore some formulas and functions and something inside this fourth flow. Yes. Or you can give some meaningful name for this. You can give some meaningful name for this flow as per your wish, because I created more flows. What is happening to my project? I have reconnected it. Yes. Instant, not schedule. Instant cloud flow. And what is the name of that flow? The flow can be the manual trigger. So we are going to create a manual trigger. Assume, let us take this training as an example. So the training nominated people is this and number of people is attended this. So based on this, I want to automatically send a mail. So nominated people is number of people is this and attended people is this. Number of people are absent. What is the percentage of the presentism? What is the percentage of absenteeism? I want to create a mail automatically. Everything should be calculated automatically based on the input tab. Okay. So let me click on this manual trigger a flow. So let me click on create manual trigger a flow. Click on create. So after clicking on create, it opens a dialog box again. It goes to the flow diagram. Here, let me click on the manual trigger with the flow. I want to give a parameter. So we are going to give a parameter. Based on the parameter, we want to do some calculation. Last session, what we did is we are giving a parameter, just we are displaying the parameter. Whatever they are typed, just we are displaying it. For example, someone is typing, this is a testing message, we are displaying the testing message. Now we are going to give some calculation backside. We are going to do some calculation, FX. We are going to use some formulas. So let me click on this manual trigger. Go to the add input. As I told, assume this, let us take it as a training, or my supplier is sending someone, my customer is sending someone. Instead of receiving this 50 materials, I have received only 40, or there is some defects. They are sending a form. They are sending, or someone is submitting a app. Based on that, you want to do some calculation and you want to give some result. Let us start with the parameter. Later we'll see how to connect it. Now I'll go to the parameter, add a parameter. Now just I'm taking this training is as an example. So I want to give three parameters. What is the training name? What is the number of people nominated? What is the number of people attended? That's all. Only three inputs. So tell me what could be my first input. Text, yes or no, file, email, number, date. First I want to take the training names. So it can be the input now. Text. So let us click on text, and this is the text name is let us say training name. What is the training name? Please enter your training name here. I am saying training name. And I don't know whether you noticed, we have further more options available. You can create a combo box. You can create a input box also here. When you click on the drop down, there are some options available. Add multi-select list, add drop down list. And there is one more thing called as make this field optional. So if I say make the field as optional, this is not mandatory. They can leave empty also. But I'm not doing it. It has to be entered. This field is mandatory. So I'm not selecting this. Make a field optional. I'm not selecting. If I selected it, then it will be an optional field. User will leave empty also. But I want this to be entered. So I'm not leaving empty. So training name. So next I'm going to add another input. I'll add another input. That input is a number. So that input is a number. And I'll give some text here. Number of, just I will say nominated. How many people has nominated? Please enter the number of participant nominated. How many people have nominated for this training program? Suppose my supplier, my customer, someone is asking how many material has to be delivered. Out of it, what is the number of delivered? What is the defect? Like this, they are giving some input. So like this, here I am taking this training as an example. So they are saying this is the number of people as nominated. Add another input. That input is also a number. Attended. Please enter the number of participant attended. Okay, so we got 3 inputs now. So we are given 3 inputs. Input number 1, I have said that training name. Input number 2 is my nominated. Input number 3 is attended. So we got the 3 input. Based on this, after getting this 3 input, I want to send a mail to someone else, or I want to post a message in my Teams channel. Anything. You can send a mail, you can post a message, or whatever you want to do. You can add this into a database also. We'll see how to add this in a database. After this, we'll see how to add this into the database also. First, we'll do some calculation based on this. Let me add something here. So I click outside here. To get it back again, you have to click on the top. So the same screen will appear. To go out of this, you can click somewhere else outside here. Now, let us click on this plus symbol. I click on the plus symbol. You decide what you want to do now. For example, I want to post a message in my Teams. We will post a message in this Teams. So I want to post a message. So let us say post message in the group or channel, whatever you want. I will post the message in the chat or channel. So I want to post a message in the chat or channel. Once again, the flow bot and the group. So I think you are all using the group. I am using the channel. You can go for group chat. I am using channel. And what's a team ID and channel ID? This we did it 1 or 2 times from the morning. So I'll put it in a training channel itself. So now, Flowbot, post in. I think you have to go for group chat. You have to go for group chat. I am selecting the Teams. I am selecting the channel. You have to go for the group chat. Now, what I want to do is, I want to display what is the training name here. So I want to display the training name. Could you tell me how can I display the training name? How can I display the training name here? Go to the Thunderbolt. And you can see there is see more where I can see the training name. Please enter the training name. So I click this. So in the first line, the training name will be displayed. Next. Now first is number of people nominated. Nominated participant. How many people have nominated? Same Thunderbolt. And I click on this see more. And I say the nominated. Next, attended. In attended, we have to display that attended number of people have attended the session. Just for my, that's your wish, sir. I am putting a colon, you can put an hyphen, dash, slash. Nothing, no formulas here, nothing. Which one, sir? Now, the challenge is, I want to know what is the number of people absent here. So nominated was around 30, but the present attended was only 28. So 2 of them are absent. So I want to display the absenteeism here. I want to display the percentage of present. What is the percent? Out of 30, 28 people are present. What is the percentage? Display a percentage also. We'll do one by one. First, I want to display the absent here. How many are absent? So that is nominated, subtracted by attended. So we have to give a formula here. Can I do a formula and function in Power Automate? Very much you can do some formulas and functions in Power Automate. So how can I do the formulas and functions in Power Automate? One more tip is, Every time I'm clicking on the Thunderbolt here, or every time if you want to go to formulas, I can click here, or you can go to Thunderbolt, I can click here, or you can use a shortcut key, the backslash. There is a slash. Just when you press the slash, you can see there is an option called as insert dynamic content and the expression. This is equivalent to this Thunderbolt and this FX. Same thing. So instead of the Thunderbolt and FX, I can just press the black slash also. The menu will appear. You can go to the dynamic content or expression. So the dynamic content is this Thunderbolt. The expression is your FX. Either you can use the black slash also. You can press the black slash, or you can go to the FX here. So let me click on this FX. I click on the FX. It opens a dialog box where I can see the function. Here, if you know the function, you can straight away write the function. If you don't know the function, there will be some function list available here. There are some list of functions. There are so many list of functions. We'll use one or two functions. Not one or two, at least 5 or 10 functions today. So there are 2 or 3 many functions available here. Now what I want to do is, let us go to the search box and search whether there is a function available for subtracting 2 things, or you can straight away subtract it. That's also fine. I think there is no specific function available. Yes, I think sub. There is a function available called as sub. That is for subtracting. Or you can subtract 2 variables. That's also very simple. So let us say subtract. There is a function called as subtract. So I'll go to the function name and find it. SUB or subtract. There is a function called as subtract. Click on that subtract. So when I click on this, it comes to the top here. And what is the first thing we are going to subtract? I am going to subtract the people nominated. So let us type. If you know this, you can type it. If you don't know this, it's available in the dynamic content. If you know this, just type it. NOM. You can see the nominated should be available if you know it. If you don't know this, no problem. Go to the dynamic content. Under the dynamic content, because before that this should be closed. The search box has to be closed. Under the dynamic content, see more, where I can see the nominated, comma. The next one is attended. So we are subtracting nominated, comma, attended. First nominated, then attended. How many people have nominated? How many people have attended? Yes. Oh, if I go to the search box and you can type it, or scroll. You have to type it correctly. The trigger, open bracket, single quotes. So better to select the dynamic content. Here, this one. Oh, this already we did it in the last session. Just to go to the Thunderbolt.
No, sir. Before that, how training name?
This one.
Right?
Either. Before that, you should have created here. The first button, click here. Then you should have created in the parameter. You should add the input. I have added 3 inputs. First input is a trading name. Second input is a nominator. Third input is a attendant. So click on the first one. Parameter. Why I am giving more practice on the parameters? This is the parameter which we are going to use it when I am getting the data from the Power Apps. So you have to use this parameter. That's why we are exploring these parameters. Okay. So you have to create 3 parameters. First parameter is the training name. Second parameter is nominate. Third parameter is attendant. I have created 3 parameters. First parameter is a text. Second parameter is a number. Third parameter is a number. After doing it, I am posting the message in the chat. Flowbot, post in channel, team, and channel, here absent. Here is the where we are going to write some formulas. So go to this FX, click on this FX. Under this FX, you can say the function name. I know this function name. Just now I seen this SUB, open bracket. That's a function name. Or if you go to that function and you can select it manually. But this expression, I think it's better to select it from here. It's better to select it from the dynamic content. And go to the see more. Under see more, you can see here. First one is nominated, comma. And second one is attended. And after doing it, you have to click on add. You have to click on add. After doing this, you have to click on add. You have to click on add. Then only that will be added here. First one is nominated, second one is attended. Number one, number two. Correct. As of now, no way. Add. Don't give the attended name, leave it as it is. Number one. When you create a parameter, by default, I have given a name like this nominated. Number one is nice. Adhe name no other. First, let me check. We'll apply some other formulas. I want to calculate the percentage. I want to display the today's date. Straight away, I want to display the today's date also. But once again, there will be a problem in displaying today's date. First, let me test this. Let me test this. On the bottom, there will be I am getting an update because I have already added it. At the corner, last most, you can see there will be a button called as add here. After giving the formula correctly, you will see the add at the bottom last. That's what, because I have already added it. After adding, you will get only update. I already added and I came back to show him. I came back again. First one is attended. Second one is first one is nominated. Second one is attended. Comma. First one nominated, comma, attended. Yes. You have to click on add. Got it?
Yes, sir. I don't get the ad, but it's...
Should get it on the bottom here. Should get that ad. How can I hit? Then it will come here, no? That means it has automatically updated here. The formula will be here. I'm showing it again, sir. For that I click. So the formula it is added already. To show the formula again, I clicked it and I showed it here. Maybe. It should be there. Maybe your resolution is smaller. Okay, now let me check this. Whether this is working fine or not. Later we will see some other option. Let me check whether it's working. So let me save this. I click on the save button here. I click on the save. I click on the save button here. I clicked on the save button. Let me run the flow and check. I'm going to run the flow. I clicked on the save button. Then I want to test this. The flow is ready to go. We recommend you to test it. No problem. Let me test this. I click on the test here. Manual flow. What is the purpose of this automatic? I will explain in another few minutes. So manual, because we didn't explore that automatically. We will explore it. Manual test. And it will ask for 3 inputs. It will ask you 3 inputs. Now it will ask you the training name. Let us type the training name. Let me take the training name as Power BI. That's my training name. How many people has nominated? We can type it or we can use this increment or decrement here. Increment or decrement to get the numbers, or you can type it. For example, assume 30 people have nominated for this. And how many people have attended? Just an example, I am saying 24 have attended. So nominated is 30 and attended is 20. So we are giving an input here. We are giving an input. Nominated is 30 and attended is 20. So we are giving an input here. Run. Running a flow. I'm running this flow. Done. And the flow is run here and it is successful. I'm getting the green tick. Let me go to the streams. and I go to that channel name. Yes. So you can see in this channel what I have given that displayed here. The training name is Power BI, nominated person is 30, attended is 24, and absent is 6. I am repeatedly saying this is manually we are giving an input. Later we are going to get this input from the forms. Later we are going to get the input from the apps. If someone is typing in the apps, they will submit it. It will come here and it will show it here. It will be stored in the database. We didn't do that. Step by step here. இப்போதைக்கு நம்ம மேனுவல் இன்புட் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம் சார். And I said this multiple times. Later we will see how to get the input from Power App, display it here, how to save it in your SharePoint, how to save it in your Excel also. அதெல்லாம் இனிமேல் பண்ணப்போம். So முதல்ல you should understand what is the parameter, how to give the parameter. அந்த parameter வச்சு தான் லிங்க் பண்ணி we are going to do this. Inline means not required. Power App 10 result only, you can get 3 result here. They are submitting 10 result, I can get only 3 result also. For example, Power App training name kudukranga, trainer name kudukranga. I don't want it. I want only the training name and I want number of people attended and other things. That you can leave it. I can get only 3 inputs here. 20 inputs and the 10 inputs மட்டும் எடுத்துக்கலாம். That's something. My supplier is submitting some form. I want 3 inputs from that. Based on that, I want to do something. It's not required. The same thing should match. Here I need 3 input. They are giving only 2 input. No problem. More is okay. That we will see. As I told, that's a good example. I am sending a material to my customer. I sent 50. They are received only 29. உடனே எனக்கு ஒரு மெசேஜ், I will send this message to my team, logistic team. எனக்கு 30 தான் 29 தான் வந்திருக்கு. I received this form from my customer. உடனே ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக மெயில் போயிடும். That will be done automatic. Okay, right. Let us do a small complex function. Then we'll see the conditional columns based on some condition. For example, if I didn't receive the material properly, I want to send an alert to my team. The number of defects is this. I want to send an alert to my supervisor. So I want to do something based on a conditional flow, if condition. So we'll see about the conditional flow. Before that, we'll see one more complex function. Maybe I'll go to this post message in this chat or channel. Now, what are all the things we have displayed here is I have displayed the training name based on the input. Once again, I'm saying based on the input manually. We'll get the input through forms and we'll get the input through Power App. In another few minutes, we'll see that. Now, training name is displayed, nominated is displayed, attended is displayed. Suppose I want to know the percentage of present, how many people are present. I want to calculate the percentage. Out of 30, 24 has attended. So what is the percentage? I want to know the percentage of attended here. So let us calculate the percentage here. So I want to calculate the percentage. Here is a challenge. I want to calculate the percentage here. So percentage is attended or nominated divided by attended. We have to divide this and we have to get it in a percentage format. We have to get it in a percentage format. Here there will be some complex here. Let us place the cursor here. Could you tell me how can I go to fx here? What is the easiest way to go to fx? Slash. We can press a slash and go to insert expression. Okay, insert expression. Let us go to insert expression. I'll click on the insert expression. Okay, then and let me go to this. I want to divide it. I want to divide. So we have an option called as div, division. Div is the formula for finding out the division of two characters or two parameters. Div, open bracket. Once again, let us go to the dynamic content. Once again, let's go to the, and I think it's available already here. Attended, comma, nominated. I'm dividing it. First attended divided by nominated. Yeah. ஆமா ஆமா நீங்க அதை வச்சுதான் ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணணும். அட்டெண்டரா நாட் அட்டெண்டரா. There will be some small challenges. We'll see what is the challenge here. There will be some challenges. We'll see that challenge. Let us try this whether this is working fine or not. I'll say add. And I'm checking this whether it's working fine. Here, the first time we are going to test with automatic here. So I want to test this. Let me save this again. I want to test this. Maybe I don't want to give, I want to give the same name. For example, same Power BI is my training. 30 people have attended it and 24 people have nominated it. Instead of giving the same thing again and again and again, let us go to the test here. I'll click on the test. Instead of the manual, let me click on automatically with the recently used trigger. The last one I have used something here. I have given some input. Power BI is my training name. 30 people have nominated and 24 has attended the session. I want to use the same thing, same settings. What I did it for 8 minutes before. So let us say the same settings, which it was successful 8 minutes before. So instead of using manual, I am using automatic. Instead of retyping it once again, I am just giving the test. Let us test this based on my already data. So already I have given a data. Based on that, it's testing now. Yes. Let me go back to my here. There is a problem. Yes. It says 0. As I told, there will be some problem here. As I indicated already, there is a problem. 0. It says 0, which is not right. Which is not right. Because unfortunately, so let us edit this. I hope you understood why I tested with automatically for the first time. What is the reason? Yeah, automatically kududan purinjicha. Why I selected automatically here? We had to repeat it again and again and again. Instead of that, I want to use the same input which I had given it earlier. So I used that automatically. So every time, no need. While testing, why to give the same thing every time? So if you want to test it with the new thing, then you can do it. I want to test with the old one, so I used automatically. Input. Only the input. Old input, correct. The formula will work. The new formula will work. Only the input. Take that one.
Manual kutna, again you have to give input.
Manual kurta. Correct. So let us click here. It's not showing an error. It's showing the output as 0. Why means the decimal values, this number and this number 1 and this number, it's a number, just a number, which will not take the decimal values. It will not take a decimal values here. If you want to convert a value into a decimal value, I want the output as a decimal value. In two things are available. If you want to convert a value into a number, there is a function called as int, which will convert a text into a number. If you want to convert a number into a decimal points, there is a function called as float. Float is the function which will convert a number into a decimal values. Float is the function which will convert a number into a decimal points. Suppose there is a number 1.2. Int means it will display only 1, but whereas the float will display 1.2. So it will take the decimal values also. So let us use the float here. So this text, float, open bracket, close bracket. Better to do it here. After division, it will show 0, and that 0 will be a float. No use on that. And I want before dividing itself float, then divide it, it will be easier. Sorry. Float, open bracket, close bracket for the first number. Second number also I am using that float, FLOAT. Open bracket, close bracket. Before the division. Still, it will be okay, but still there will be a percentage problem here. So I am dividing the float of number 1, comma, float of number 2. Sorry, 0. Float. The reason for float is I want the decimal values here. That's the reason we are giving a float. Here. So let me try this, whether it's working fine or not. Then let us see how to display the person. There will be no reds. If there is a red, then it will not. The update will not be activated. You will get some red here. You will get some red. So now I will update this. I'll update it and check and run the flow and check. Save. Test the flow. Test. I will test it with the automatically. I will test it with the recent triggers. No need for typing it again and again and again. I am testing it. Right. I think it's successful. But it says 0.8. That means 80%. We'll see how to make this as percentage. It's getting an error. You missed the bracket or something. I'll make it as 80%. 0.8 because it's a float number. We'll change it to percentage. We'll do that. So I will show the formula again. So I'll go to edit. So this is my formula. I will tell you when we can use the Copilot. We will try it in the next itself. We'll try with the next Copilot. 0.2. Parle. That's all. I will tell you how to change it to percentage. So even I'm getting 0.8. You can see here. No, type it or select it also. Done? Done? So unfortunately, I'm not getting the percentage here. How do we get the percentage? So let me go before this division because it's a float. It's a number. That's why we are getting it as a division. We are getting it as a 0.8. But I don't want 0.8. I want to display this as a percentage format. There is one more. I will tell you the list of functions and formulas available. So there is a function available called as format number. Format number. The function name is format number. Open bracket. Format number. Open the bracket. Before division. Before dividing it. Before a division. Format number. What are all the format numbers available? You can Google it or you can go to Microsoft and you can check it also. But format number, open bracket, come to the last. I want a percentage format, comma, which format I want? I want a percentage format. If you want a number format, we can use N. If you want a percentage format, you can use P with a single quotes in between. Single quote, I'll put a single quote. If I put a single quote, it automatically closes the single quote. It automatically closes the single quote. P. P is for percentage. P is for percentage. P means it will convert your number into a percentage format. This format is available in Word, Excel and PowerPoint also. Better to be with capital P. Better to be a capital P. So a single quotes, P is percentage. Close the single quotes and close the bracket here. I'm closing the bracket. So I'm closing the bracket here. Yes. Let me update this. So I click on update. Now let me run and check. Let me run this, save it and run and check this. Save. Test it with the automatic also, or you can test with the manual. You can give some new numbers also. 3 times I have tested which you want to use it. Maybe all the 3 are same actually. So I'm testing with the first one. Yes. It's taking some time for me. 80, you should get it in percentage format. So the formula is, sorry, edit. So go to this formula and click on this. Sorry, I didn't update it. number format, sorry, format number, come to open bracket, come to the last, comma, single quote, P, close bracket, update. Yeah. For an example, suppose I want to display the date of this training, when this training has happened, or I want today's date. It automatically should take the today's date. Today, what is my date? So I don't know what could be the formula for bringing the today's date. There is a formula available, UTC now. In Excel, Word and PowerPoint, we have a function called as today, now. But in Power Automate, we have a function called as UTC now. But I don't assume that every time I cannot search a function like this. So let me go to this FX. Sorry, knowingly it created Thunderbolt. Let me click on FX. So under the FX, you can see create a expression with Copilot. Create a expression with Copilot. And click here. I am going to type here display today's date in Indian format. Probably with DD, MMM, YYY. So I'm giving something. Display today's date in Indian format. Probably I require this format. If you want hours, days and minutes, you can give it here. I'm just giving some input. I want the today's date to be displayed in Indian format in this format. So create a expression. I click on create expression because I don't know what is the formula for it. Yes. So you can see it has created. It is suggesting the expression. This is our formula. So this is the formula to get the today's date in this format. If you know it, you can enter it. If you don't know, just go to the Copilot and ask your question. So it's giving the suggested expression here. So to get the today's date in this format, DDMMY format, this is the way to get it. So this is the format for getting it. I don't know. Let me copy this and they say okay. I think it should come straight away. Yes, it's coming straight away. Yes. I say okay. So it's coming straight away. Now what has to be done? Add it. So if you don't know any formula, even you can say that I want to divide this attended by the number of nominated in percentage format. So it will give you the formula here. So you can ask the Copilot. If you don't know the formula, how to write a formula and function, ask the Copilot. It will give you the formula and function. Now let us save this. And once again, I will test this. Test automatic present. Yes. The training name is Power BI. Nominated is 20, attended is 24, absent is 6, the percentage is 80, the date is today's date. So if you don't know the format, if you don't know how to write a formula, then ask your Copilot. Next we'll see about conditional formulas. Yes. Formula is over. We'll see how to create a form. Based on the form, how to get the input and output. And we have to see how to save this file in Excel, save the file in SharePoint. Done? Okay. Right. Now, let us see the conditional formula. Go to create. So we have seen how to apply the formulas and functions in this Power Automate. Now let us create one more. Maybe the conditional formula. Based on this, let us say a simple example. Small example, then we'll see the real-time examples. So for example, if a person is selecting Teams, it should go to the Teams Teams message. If I select an email, it should send an email. So based on a condition, here we are dictating. Send a message to email or send a message to Teams meeting. Based on the user selection, if user is selecting Teams, it should Teams. If user is selecting email, it should send an email message. So we can select it if and if or. So let us create a first flow. Then we'll see how to use the if function. So let us click on this instant cloud flow. I'll click on the instant cloud flow. Right? Now I'll go to the manual trigger a flow. I'm selecting a manual trigger a flow. Create the first one, instant cloud flow. I'm creating a new flow, instant cloud flow, manual trigger a flow. Create. I click on create. And name, you can come, no problem. If you are not giving a name, you can come here on the top left hand side. Before the back button, it says untitled flow. Just click it and you can also. Here also we can give a name. That's another method. If you missed out there is one more option to give a name here. So come to this left hand side. Here you can see this says untitled flow. You can give a name for this also. This is my first conditional flow. Type it. So I'm saying conditional flow. I'm going to give a conditional flow. Based on a condition, the flow should work. So I'm giving a name. Then click outside here to come out of it. Now let us go to this manual trigger flow. Click on it. Manual trigger a flow. Click on it. Once again, we are working with the parameter. This is the last part. We are going to work with the parameter. Later, we are not going to type the parameter. We are going to get the parameter from some other tool. So let us go to add input. So I click here and I'll go to add input. What's my input? My input may be a text. What is the name of the input? Let us say the input is my delivery method. How do you want to deliver a message? Whether you want to deliver a message through a Teams or you want to deliver a message through a mail. So I'm just giving a delivery method is my name of the text box. Instead of asking the people to type it, we are going to ask the people to select it. So let us go to the 3 dot here. I'll go to the 3 dot. Under 3 dot, add a drop down list. Add a drop down list. So let me say, just go to the 3 dot. I clicked on the manual trigger, parameter, add text, give a name for it. Then come to this 3 dot, add a drop down list here. I select the drop down list. And what do you want it in the drop down list? First option is my email. I want to send a email. I'm just giving some message, email. And second option is Teams. Like this, you can add 3 or 4 options also. 3 or 4 options. Just as of now, I will select with one or two. Later session, we'll select with 3 or 4 options also. 3 or 4 options. There is something called a switch. We'll see that. Mail and Teams. I have given 2 options. That's all. That's all. Only 2. Then. Next, what are we going to do is we are going to give some condition here. We are going to give a condition. If my user is selected email, I should send an email message. If my user selected Teams, I want to send a Teams message. So this if condition will be more useful in our upcoming session. Based on the user input, the conditions will change. So, same thing what we did now. Only one difference is here. Last session we have just typed a text. For the first time we have created a combo box. Saved flow. The flow is automatically saved. That's a name we have given it. No, it's saved under my flow. Even you can get it as a downloadable also. Now click on the plus. Click on the plus. Under plus. So I want to give some. Let me type it here. It's taking some time. So I want to give some conditions here. So I want to give some conditions. Maybe where is the connector conditions? Sorry. It's coming on the top itself. I typed COIN, it's not displaying. Controls. You can see there is something called as built-in tools. Sorry. Built-in tools. Under built-in tools, controls. Controls. Built-in tools, there is controls available here. Click on controls. When you click on controls, condition, do until, switch, apply to each, scope, terminate. We'll see, we cannot see all the 6 options. We'll see one by one. Let us click on condition. I click on condition. So I click on condition here. So it says, what is your condition? The condition is choose value. Which value I have to choose here? I want to select the delivery method if the delivery method is equal to. So, but unfortunately, delivery method is not available here. How can I get this delivery method here? Thunderbolt, click on the Thunderbolt and go to see more. Delivery method. It means if delivery method is equal to. If delivery method is equal to email. Better to be case sensitive. If delivery method is equal to email, you would have seen automatically Power Automate has created something here. Condition true, condition false. If this delivery method is true, it will come here. If this delivery method is not email, it goes here. No, that is a drop down for entering, selecting, while entering the data. This is for giving the condition. No, this we cannot do it. That's a drop down for the user, not for us. Okay. Now we are given this delivery method is equal to email. What I want to do, that's all. That's the only condition. If you want to give multiple conditions. For example, if the plant is Chennai, if the department is this, I want to add multiple conditions also, you can do it. Suppose a plant name they have selected as Chennai and department is quality, I want to send the mail to quality department. So then we can do this. But as of now, I am selecting only one. You can add further more conditions also here. As of now, just I am selecting email and come out of this. So if this condition is true, what are we going to do? Go to the plus symbol. And I am going to send a mail to someone else. Maybe send a mail. So we are going to send a mail. Send a mail. I will get it from out because I am not using 365. It will not come. You have to click on the Thunderbolt, then only it will come. It will not come by default. You have to click on the Thunderbolt here. Click on the Thunderbolt. That's what we are doing it from the morning many times. What will happen tomorrow morning? Ipo maradu beatinga.
Reduce your video.
But still where this will land? This is appearing from the morning, so you can see it. Next Paloma. Click on the plus symbol here. So click on this plus symbol. Then I want to send a mail. So I want to send a mail here. So let me go to Outlook here. Yeah. Send a mail. I'm going to send a mail. Just for a testing purpose, I'm doing it. Send a mail. Maybe to what, to whom you are going to send a mail. As I told, you can specifically mention if a particular option, particular plant is selected, particular department is selected, you want to send a mail to a particular department, particular person also, you can do it based on the selection. Now I'm going to send a mail to someone else. Maybe I'm sending the mail to myself for testing. I'm doing it. Okay, I'm sending a mail to myself here. And what is the message and what is the subject? Subject is we have used the conditional formula here. Just for my understanding, just in the thing, I'm just putting email here. So that I will know this was coming from email. So that my user has selected email. So if it is true, I have sent a message. I am going to send a message. I am going to send a mail. Nowadays, there is an option available. You can send a SMS. You can send a WhatsApp messages also. If it is yes, you can send a WhatsApp message, email, SMS message also can be done nowadays. As per corporate, it's not allowed, but individuals, they can do it. So now let us go to the false part. True part is over. Let us go to the false part. Plus, and I want to post a message in my Teams. Once again, this also we used many times for the morning. Post a message in the Teams or a channel. Flowbot, group message. And once again, I'm not going to use the group message. I'm going to use the channel. Channel. And Teams. And which is my channel. Okay. So for my understanding, I'm just typing Teams here. So it means my user has selected Teams. Anyway, if user selected Teams only, you'll get it in Teams. Otherwise, you will not get it. Okay. So conditional formulas. If user has selected the delivery mail, it will send an email. If user has not selected email, then it will go to a Teams message. Let me check this. I'll place the cursor outside. Save it. We are saving this. And let me test this. It will not come automatically. You are running it for very first time. No, automatic will not. After giving the first time input only, you can go to the automatic. First time you have to give some input. Manual. Test. Now you can see the conditional flow is running now. Yes. Successful. And enter your input here. You can select the input here. You cannot enter, you cannot, you can select email or Teams. So I can use a drop down and I can select it. So assume that now I'm selecting email. I'm selecting email, run a flow, done. You can see here the email has to be active. You can see here my flow, manual trigger, condition, email is activated, not the Teams is not active. Teams, there is no tick mark. That means it doesn't send a mail. So it doesn't send a message to Teams. It has sent a mail. Let me open a mail and check. Yes. So through the conditional formula, I have received a message. Email message, not the Teams message. Okay. Let me close this and I edit and let me try with the Teams also. I will try with the Teams. I will test the, click on test. Don't select automatically because automatically will take the last input. So I'll say manually, test it. And here I want to check Teams. Run a flow. Rerunning it again. Go to edit and rerun it. Just I'm testing it again. That's all. Now you would have got a Teams message. If, let us see how to use the same if here. Next we are going to link with another. As of now we are entering the parameters. Next we will see how to get the input from some other parameter from some other tool. Have access for creating forms. Microsoft Forms 365. Done. For that we will create a forms and we will link it before the lunch break. We should have completed. I want to send a message. Not send a message. How do you understand? I don't think you have a problem. Also, it's available. We go to edit. Suppose I don't know whether you can access it. No, he asking for the Google Forms. Create file. You can see that Google Sheets, Google Forms. I don't know whether you can access it. Corporate wise, whether you can access it, that will be a challenge. Usually, how do we add a flow? Same thing. I want to just check whether. Now, for example, let us try whatever we did today morning just by entering a parameter. Let us say how to use this if condition in my parameter. Okay. Then we will see how to use this Power Automate. First, let us create a forms. We are going to create some forms. Go to Microsoft Forms. I think you should have an access to the Microsoft Forms. Let me open a new. I'll go to this Microsoft Forms. I am going to the Microsoft Forms. I think you should have the 365. I think you are all having 365, Microsoft 365. Forms.office.com. Go to that forms. Open the forms. I'm opening the forms.office.com. I'm opening a form here. Let me create a new form. For a time being, I'm going to create a new form. It's taking some time. Let me create it. It's still loading. Now this form, we are going to create a form. Assume this form I'm going to give it to my supplier, my customer, my end user, anyone else. They are going to fill the form. Based on the form, we are going to do something here. We are going to do something. So I opened the form. I think it's taking some time. I think it is already signed in. For me, it's signed in. So let us create some forms. Ask for authenticator. Just a minute, it's asking authentication for me. Okay, so I'm creating some forms here. Microsoft Forms. Let me go to Microsoft Forms. I have various options here. Let me create some forms. Any forms. There are some template of forms. You can use the template, or you can create your own forms also. Your own form. I have some template of forms. I don't know whether you have it. You can create your own forms also. Or you can rename it and you can create your own forms also. For example, I'll go to some forms here. Animal quiz or nomination survey. So I'm creating some forms. I don't know, my Wi-Fi is very slow. It's taking so much of time. Any template, you can select any template. For me, it's still rotating. Multiple times I'm signing in, it's asking sign in, sign in, sign in. It is giving a trouble. We can create an app itself. The app can be circulated internally, but forms is the one which you can send it to others, maybe externals. That's the reason I want to use that forms. Yeah, I think at last I have landed. Okay. So now let me create a form, new form. So I click on this new form. Yes, it says opened a new form. For example, I want to create this form to my customer, or I want to send this form to my customer or to my supplier, to my end user. Within your team means I think you can go for the Power App. So this is the one I am going to send it to my customer or someone else. Maybe material request. So I'm sending a material to my customer, to my supplier, or anything. So maybe let us say, what is the daily they are going to enter this form. They will go to the form, they will type here something. For example, I have sent a material of 50. They have received a material only at 40. So they will fill this form. So let us see a sample form here. Sample form for, or I will say just a customer form. So I'm giving a name of this form. My customer form, I am going to create this customer form. And what is the form description? This forms I designed specifically to generate a Power Automate. To generate the Power Automate, I am creating the form. Blank, I have selected a blank form. I didn't create any template. Or you can create any template also. Blank form. This will be a training of Microsoft Forms. So I have created some form. I have given the title. But let me say, you can put a drop down. You can put a text. You can put a rating. So let us say text. So I'll select text here. Maybe what is that text? Let us give the name of that supplier. Supplier is going to give his name, some name. And I'll add one more question here, add another question. Once again, I'll say text. Maybe they are going to give a question, material requested or number of items requested, number of items or build or requested, anything. The number of items build. My customers build number of items, but add a question. Text. Number of items received. Okay, so a small form. I'm just designing a small form. All our text. Because they are going to only enter the text. They are not going to select it. Selection, we'll do it in the next session. So I have added 2 or 3 questions. Just I'm adding a 2 or 3 question. And I can, you can send this form. You are receiving it in the morning, attendance sheet and your pre-test, post-test, everything you are receiving it through these forms. If you want to see the form, how this form is working on, you can click on the preview. You can click on the preview. This is how the form will look like when you send this form to others. When you send this form to your customer, anyone with this form, they can use this. They can enter their name. They can enter the number of build. They can enter this number of received also. They can enter it here. So just I'm seeing the preview. Back. I'll come back. How do we send this form to others? How do you send this form to your customer or to your supplier or to your end user who is not part of your Daimler team? Then you can click on this, collect this forms, collect this response, and there is a link. You can see this link. This link you have to send. Anyway, I think you should be aware of this. Anyway, this is not a training of Power Forms. I'm just giving a tip here. Or you can say the shorten URL. And a shortened URL will be available. You can copy and you can send this form to your customer. You can send this form. Anyone in the world can organize it. Who doesn't use Microsoft also? We have options. You can see here anyone can respond or only from the people or specific people who you are responding. You can specific people or say anyone can respond. Like a Google form. Google form also anyone can respond. Same thing. Anyone in the world can respond. So you can say anyone can respond. So you can send this to anyone in the world. Your customers, your end user who is not part of your Daimler team also. So this form we have created. Okay. So and they are submitting this form. I assume I am sending this form and I am asking my customer or my supplier whenever the material is received, do something. You can add something here. Date, bill number, and whatever the input you want, you can ask your input. Huh? Form is automatically set. You can see on the top, it's saved automatically here. It's online only. It is saved. You can come back to the main screen and you can check it also. So, now what are we going to do? Assume this form I have created and I circulated this form to my customers, to my suppliers, to my end users. They are going to fill the form. Today I have sent this form. They are going to fill the form. And I sent the material also. I have sent the items also. So they are filling the form. They are filling the form. After filling it and submitting it, what we are going to do? Here where the Power Automate is going to help us. So let us come to Power Automate. So I will come to the Power Automate here. So I'll go to the Power Automate. So let us go to the Power Automate. So I have created a form. App can be created and sent only within your team. Forms can be created to external. App also will see how to link it. Yesterday we have created app. That app also will see how to create it, how to create a link with your Power App. We'll do that. Let us go to create. So tell me which option has to be selected. Automated cloud flow, instant cloud flow, schedule. Of course, schedule I am not going to use it. Automated or instant, which can be used here? Automated. That means it should automatically generate this flow whenever my user or end user is submitting the form. So click on this automated cloud flow. And what is the name of this? This may be through the forms. Flow created for forms, MS Forms. From MS Forms, we are creating this flow. From Microsoft Form, this is from the customer form. So from customer. Okay. So straight away, you can see there is an option available here. When a new response is submitted, Microsoft Form. If not, you can skip it and you can find it there also. If you are not able to find it here, you can skip it, and you can add a trigger that when a new response is submitted. It should be available here. If it is not available, no worries. You can click here and go to this. If you have skipped it also, no problem. You can click on the add trigger. Or forms and everything is in the same link. Or forms is having some other ID, or this is having some other ID. Then you will get an error. Same ID means then you should get it. Same ID means you should get it. Or if you are not getting it, you change your connection. You click here and you can see, you can say there is a connection. You should change your connection here. So then add a connection and connect that forms. Add a connection. If it is not there, click on this add. Or if you are not able to add it here, there is one more method of adding also. I will tell you. If you are able to connect it here, change connection and add that connection. Still, if you are not able to connect it here, so I have connected through that forms. If you are not able to connect it, no worries. You can go back. I am not saving this. So if you are not able to connect the forms, no problem. Who are getting error, please watch here. If you are not able to connect it there, go to the more button here. Under the more button, connection, click on the 3 dot, connection. Under connection, there is new connection. Go to connection, new connection, and you can connect this Microsoft Forms. Search it and you can connect it. Forms. Microsoft Forms. Sorry, there are so many forms available. Yes, that's what I said. There are so many forms available. Specifically, I searched Microsoft Forms. அதே ஐடி தான் இருக்கான்னு பார்க்கணும். எல்லாருக்கும் அதே ஐடி தானே. Okay, so let me close this. And unfortunately, I didn't save it and I closed it straight away. So let me click on create again. I'm going to create again. Automated cloud flow. I click on automated cloud flow and I'm giving a name here. This is customer forms flow. Given some meaningful name for it. Either you can click here, new response is submitted, or you can go there and click it. Both are same. Let me click here when the new response is submitted. Click on create. So I click on create. It's showing some invalid, no issues. I click here, invalid parameter, no problem. I'll click here. And which connection, see whether your connection is right. If the connection is not right, you have to select the right connection. And what is the form ID? You can see the form which we have created is displayed here. This is a form, customer form. Customer form is the form which I have created. Just now we have created the customer form. So just now we have created the customer form, right? Now still it's not over. So the customer form, but I want to get the details of that customer form. So we have created some 3 fields. I think we have created a field called as name, we have created a field called as how many are billed, and we have created a field called as how many are received. That 3 fields should come to your Power Automate. So how can I get that 3 fields into Power Automate? So first we have, whenever the new response is submitted, it will come here and it will select that form, this form, whenever the new response is. Then come out of this and go to the plus symbol again. Go to the plus symbol again. And in the same Microsoft Forms, I'll go to the same Microsoft Forms. Taking some time. So you can see the same Microsoft form. There is an option called as get response details. Whatever the response they have given, I want to get that response details here. So we have to get that response details into your forms. So click on that response details. Just to click on that response details. So what is the parameter? Once again the form name and the response ID. Response ID. Once again the form name. I have selected the form name and it's asking for the response ID. So unfortunately we didn't create that response ID. So we have to connect that response ID also. So it says response ID. So what is the response ID? We didn't do that. So let me go to the earlier one, the first box. I click on the first box. Response details. 1 minute. It should get the response ID straight away. I'm recreating it here. I delete that and I recreate it. Where is that forms? Let me select with the response form details. Form ID. Okay. So as of now, I'm selecting response form ID and I get the form name. Sorry, my connection is wrong. I selected a wrong. My connection is wrong. Sorry. I selected a wrong. My form is a problem. I selected a different connection. So sorry, my connection is a problem. Not getting that customer. I don't know whether you are getting some response ID here. Form? No. Response details is correct. I want to get whatever they have form details. Okay. Response ID. That's what I'm searching. It is not displaying. There should be a unique ID here. I'll go here 1 minute. If it is not coming, I'll go to the Thunderbolt. Yeah, in Thunderbolt I got it. Very good. So I'll go to the Thunderbolt. In Thunderbolt we got that response ID. Yes. Should be. I thought it will be displayed in a drop down. It's not there. So let us go to the Thunderbolt and I click on the response ID. Yes. So now we got the response ID. Now what are we going to do is we are going to check whether the build quantity is lesser than build quantity is maybe lesser than the received. Sorry, build is received is lesser than, then I want to trigger something. If it is greater, I want something. So whatever I have built, they have received same thing, no problem. They have received lesser, I want to give alert to my team. I want to give some alert to my team. So I selected the form ID, I selected the response ID using the Thunderbolt. Then after submitting the form, we are getting the response. Then click on the plus symbol. Then click on the plus symbol and go to the control. Click on the plus symbol. Go to the control here. I click on the control and I go to the condition. We'll go to the condition. In this condition, what I am going to check is if Thunderbolt. I click on the Thunderbolt. You can see whatever the forms I have given, all the forms details is available here. Name, number of items, build, number of item is received. So number of item is received, number of item is built. Okay. So all these are available here. My submission time, everything is displayed here. The name of the person who has responded, number of items built, number of item is received. So if number of item received is equal means no problem. Whatever the received and built is equal. If the number of item received is let us say lesser than, okay, you can check with the not equal to also. You'll receive more also. Okay. Then you can say not equal to. So if you want to say that not equal to also, you can say that if it is not equal to, if they sent it more or if they sent it lesser, more means you can send it to some other team, less means you can send it to some other team also. That's up to you. So if it is lesser than, once again click on the Thunderbolt and I'll go to number of built. So if number of received is lesser than the number of built, if number of received is lesser than the number of built, that means we have sent the material lesser. We have sent the material lesser. So what I want to do here, let me go to the plus symbol here and I click somewhere else outside. I'll click somewhere else outside to come out, or I can collapse this. And if this condition is true, if it is lesser, then what I want to do, I want to send a message or a mail to my team that he has sent a lesser material. My customer has given a complaint that he has sent a less material, take action against it. So I want to send a mail or I want to put it in a Teams meeting, wherever you want. So let us send a mail again. So I want to send a mail. Send a mail, or you can do send a mail, or you can put it in a Teams meeting also, Teams group also. I'm sending a mail. I'm sending a mail. Below the two, click on the plus symbol. I'm sending a mail. One more thing also, you can get it in the forms. You can get your email from your customer also. You can get the email from the customer and you can send a thanks mail to the customer also. Submit that successfully, so you have received it. Or you can send a thanks mail to him, or if you have not received it, you can send a mail. I will took over this, I will check this. You can send a mail to your customer also. So let us do that. First let me give a mail to my team. My team, I am going to give a mail. For my team, I am going to send a mail. Okay, and this is the customer response. And I want to display the name of the customer here. Customer name. You know how to display the customer name here. Once again, click on a Thunderbolt. Yes, you can see the name is displayed. And you can give your message here. Hi. customer name has submitted a form that he has have billed, and you can type the invoice number. He has given the invoice number, everything you can type it here. Billed items is this. Click on the Thunderbolt and select the number of items billed, but he has received only. Click on the Thunderbolt again and number of items received. Please take action against this. So, I'm giving some message. Okay. Yes. I think one person here is absent today. Where? Almost all of them.
Anyone is absent today?
Out. Your neighbor. I think there is one person there. Yesterday. You are here. No. Here. Next to her. Yesterday someone is there, right? I believe only one.
To give your attendance.
Huh? Here. Thunderbolt. அவ்வளோதான். அந்த ஐடி வந்து யார் சப்மிட் பண்ணா அந்த டீட்டெயில்ஸ் அங்கே வந்து ஐடின்றது அந்த டீட்டெயில்ஸை கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு தான் நமக்கு அந்த டீட்டெயில்ஸ் வரணும். We cannot create a unique ID here. Customer name can be different. Same customer can submit it multiple times. Okay. Now what we have did is did this. If it is yes, if received amount is lesser than the billed amount, then I think we have given this message that I am giving the message, take action against this. Now if the not received, if you have received equal it, so what I can do is, instead of redoing this again, you can copy this also. You can copy this action. I'm going to copy this action. If it is true, I want to send a mail to my team indicating that we have sent less material, take action. And let us copy this, right click and I copy this action. And I come here to the false part and I'm coming to the false part here. And I can paste it into the false part. Maybe I will paste it in some other area, then I can move it also. Why my paste is not activated? It should come. So you have to make a paste is not coming. I have to redo it again. That's the problem. Paste should be there. That's what I'm trying, but it's no, it's not coming from. I didn't copy it properly. Copy the action. I'm not getting that paste in action. That's what I'm trying to do. My mouse or some other problem here. No, it is adding an action. It's not pasting an action. It should paste an action here. Then what is the purpose of copying? There is no purpose of copying here. Yeah. Oh, இது ஆஃப் ஆயில் இருக்கா? I don't know. Let me check. Okay. It was blocked. copy the action. Paste an action. What is the difference between paste the action, paste a parallel action? You can parallelly do this, but here it's not parallel action, it's just to paste an action. So I am copying and I am pasting the action here. And only one thing is I am going to do is here I am not going to ask them to take an action. I am going to say you have successfully delivered the material. Hi team, you have successfully delivered the material. Customer has given this, but he has received this, not but. I will remove this but. He has received it. So don't take an action. The transaction is successful. Just I am giving some message. Okay. So I copied an action and I pasted an action. Then we made some changes. I'm going to send the message to my team based on the customer response. So let us come out of this and I save this. I'm saving this. But nothing will happen after saving. After testing also nothing will happen because my customer has not submitted the form. So let us test this. When I click on test, I'm testing a flow, manual test. As I told, nothing will happen here. So it's now performing the starting action. Nothing has happened here because my customer has not submitted the form. Let us submit the form. I will submit the form manually. Let us go to that customer form. I'll open that customer form. Let us submit it manually. Let us submit it manually. Let us go to the preview. I'll click on the preview and I go to this name and I'm going to type the name of it. Let us say some name. So I'm giving some name, Kumar. Number of items built. So we have built around 100 items. But what the item he has received is only, let us say 95. So number of items built was 100 and he has received only 95 out of this. So my customer is filling now. Assume that my customer is filling now. And I submit this. Click on submit. The form is successfully submitted. Now I think it should perform an action. So yes, my flow is successfully done here. So it has gone through the true part here. It has gone to the true because it's lesser. So it has gone to the true part. Let me go to my Outlook and I check. Yes, my customer response. So I don't know, true part, false part. I will change something. Maybe I didn't. No. Upper message is wrong there. Younger message I have changed it. Right. No, the false part is working here. So I don't know what is the condition. Let me check the condition. You can click here and you can check your message. You can click here and click. Expand it, sir. If you are not able to see the message, expand it. Go to edit first. My condition may be a problem here. If there is a problem, if it is not working, if the false part is working, then what is the issue here? The issue here is, what is the problem? It's coming to the false part. Why it's not working? Because in this forms, unfortunately in Microsoft Forms, you cannot enter a number. We are entering a text. So in Power Automate also, it's considering this as a text, but it should accept it as number. So it is considering this as a text. So it should be a number. So I have to convert this into a number. That's the reason we are not getting it properly. So it is checking with the text with the text. The text cannot be checked with the less than. So true is not working. So it goes to the false. So what I will do is, let us come to this. Click on the condition here. Click on the condition. Now this is giving a wrong result because this is checking with the text. So I will delete this. Let us check. I don't want to check it with the text. I want to check it with the number. So a number has to be checked with another number. I think morning only I told you to compare. If you want to convert a text into number, we have a function or a formula. Could you tell me what is the function or a formula? Int. Float is for decimals. Int. I want to convert it as a int. So let me click here again. And I go to the Thunderbolt again. I'll go to the Thunderbolt and this number of items here, but this number of items has to be checked with int. So we have to convert this as a int of number of items. It's not just a number of items. So go to fx. I'll go to fx and I make it as int here, int. If you know the formula, you can type it. If you don't know the formula, you can select it. You can go to the function and you can select it. Let me use the int here, open bracket, int, open bracket, go to the dynamic content, number of items build. So within that int, so I am going to give this number of items. It's giving some response. It's okay. No other go. Number of items built, correct. Add it. Then come to the second one here. Fx again. I'll go to the fx again and I'll say int in my, in this area I'll select int bracket open, dynamic content, number of items received. Add. So int of number of items built with int of number of items received. So it will convert this as a number. So that's why I am not getting the right result, because in forms we don't have a numbers, we can have only the text. So come out of this, save it. I am saving this. Let us run the form. Tests. Yeah, you can go with automatic with the recent trigger. Maybe I'll try with the recent trigger. Based on whatever they have submitted, let us try this. They say test. Still giving success. Successfully int of, or I will rerun it and check. I don't want to check the automatic. Want to check automatic, I will run the form and check. Again I will run the form. So I will go to the preview of the form, some name. Yes, I am giving another response here. Submit. நம்ம submit பண்ணாலே mail automatically. No, I didn't take the old value. I'm giving a new values. So because old will run out. I didn't say automatic. I'm saying manual. Rating. Probably we'll see next how to save this. After getting a customer response, we have sent a message. How to save it in a source data, how to use multiple conditions. Very importantly, we have to see about this approvals. It's a very important concept called as approvals. I'll send an approval to each of the people. When they approved, then we can do some steps. If they are not approved, there is something called as approval. We have to do about approval, how to get the data from Excel, how to get the data from SharePoint, how to paste the data, how to copy the data, how to add the data into other data tool. As of now, we didn't connect with any databases. So we'll try with the databases also. Okay. So let me save the file. We'll have this whenever my end customer is submitting the form, this will run automatically. And we have to connect with our apps also, which we didn't do. No apps could connect panla. Power App, Power Automate, we have to connect it. This is for the external team. Internal team, they are doing it in a Power Apps. How to bring it here? Power Apps are submit panna, how to bring it here. That's our next topic. Still, more topics are still pending in Power App or Power Automate. Opa class, we'll check that. Yesterday also some people have missed that bus and they're coming here late. We'll take a break now. Park it, we'll see it after the break. So save the file. If you have any challenges, please save it. We'll see after our break. So I'm stopping the video.